Welcome to the podcast where Don't Panic, Part 1. Tonight's episode featured the first big role for Marisol, the return of Eli, and more with Sav and Miss O. So in the Marisol and Katie storyline, they're fighting for Drew. The one thing I really liked was that they acknowledged that Marisol and Drew, went on a date in the past. The one thing that I was worried about because they kind of glossed over the fact of the Marisol and KC thing that happened last season. But they did discuss that, Drew was very bored by her. Drew doesn't want her, etc., etc. Marisol annoyed me so much in this episode beyond belief. It was just crazy. It's not like Marisol told Katie she liked Drew, and then Katie purposely, went after Drew. Drew did go after her. Drew, wanted her, and who are you to tell your friend that they can't be with someone just because you like them? That's one of the most childish, ridiculous things I've ever heard of in my life, especially if, the guy, came after your friend and wanted to, to be with him. It's like, who gets mad over that? It's just, Marisol, I think, was completely out of line tonight. But, that's how teenage girls really are. I mean, I know real life situations, that mirror this, and it was done well, so that is a good thing. But, just for people to get so mad over something so silly like that, when you've been friends for so long, it's just, to me, I just think it's foolish. I will say I did enjoy Mo in this episode. He had a really good line, he won't go out with your boyfriends or whatever. I liked him a lot more in this episode, and I've really grown to him. He was just annoying when he first came on, because he kept doing that coughing thing, and I also really enjoyed the Eli plotline with him, going around and apologizing to the people he has wronged. I'm very anxious to see the apology to Imogen, and the apology eventually to Claire, and if Jake will accept it eventually or not. I like the interaction with Fiona. Eli and Fiona are a great character combo this season that we've got to see. One of my favorite unique character combinations that I never would have expected we would have seen, but I always kind of hope for. And then we had Sav and Miss O. And they're taking it slow, and I like that a lot. The song that Sav was working on when Miss O came in reminded me of Alex Johnson, Skin. I don't know if anyone else picked that up. And I do like that, they're taking it slow and nothing's really happened yet. Obviously, Sav in tomorrow's episode goes all out and, he's talking about how, she's only his teacher for a couple more weeks. But, I don't know how I felt about the kiss. If it really seemed passionate or not. I don't know if I really felt a lot of chemistry with it. I'll have to judge it more tomorrow. I also think Katie has really grown a lot already just from, only being on a handful of episodes. I started off kind of unsure about her, but I've already really grown to like her a lot. And in the preview for tomorrow night's episode, it looked, really good, and I'm very excited to see it. Degrassi has dealt kind of in the field of, eating disorders before, and it was always the kind of thing where, we watch it develop on camera. This is a version of it now that, has already developed off camera. That's been a problem with her for, we don't know how long. And that also brings up the point is, why would Marisol expose something like that? All because, she took the guy she wanted. And like I said, I understand that is how teenage girls in some cases act. To me, that's just something like a whole nother level. Like, you cross that line and there's no coming back from that. Like, there's the one thing, you pull like a prank or you try to get even, you do, silly teenager things, but, to reveal about having, disorder and kind of making fun of it, when you should be helping her, to me, that was just taking it to a whole nother level. Pretty intense stuff with that. And now before we sign off here with this podcast, the big thing everyone's talking about right now in the online Degrassi universe is the return of new episodes and when they will be coming back. There are 16 episodes left to air after the mid-season finale on September 1st, and so far they have shot 4 of those 16. And they resume shooting in October. I don't know the exact date. I'm guessing sometime around, the mid of the month. So they don't have enough time to put on the new episodes in October, because by the time they, especially if they did a 1-hour premiere in October, they would have already aired everything they shot. There was a rumor a few days ago that there was going to be, some sort of special airing before the year's over, and then the rest of the episodes would resume airing in 2012, and Much Music made an official announcement saying there will be a 1-hour Halloween special that will be airing sometime in October. And while they did not officially say there was no Degrassi in 2011, they would have announced it. Now, what exactly is this 1 hour Halloween special? Everyone is trying to figure it out. No one has any idea what it could possibly be. There's been speculation that it is a subplot. So basically, it's a regular 2-part episode, but, it's Halloween weekend or whatever. But that wouldn't really make sense because obviously the first episode back isn't going to start, in Halloween, because you're already missing almost 2 months of the school year. So then people were wondering, well, maybe they're airing episodes out of order, but they only shot 4. I don't think episode 3 and 4 would already be at the end of October either, but, you never know. And then there's also been speculation that they will be airing all the old Halloween, Degrassi of the Dead, and all the various Degrassi Halloween things they have filmed throughout the years, along with a new, short film, and they'll be airing them all as one piece. It's just weird because I find it hard to believe that they filmed an hour-long Halloween special. So, no one really knows exactly what is going on, but the main point out of it is there is no more Degrassi episodes after next week until 2012, besides this Halloween special, whatever it may be. I hope you all enjoyed the podcast. Thanks for listening. I will see you all tomorrow.